Good morning, college football fans. Well, it's January 1st, 2025. It's the first day of 2025. Just want to wish you all college football fans a happy New Year's Day. Hope you all had an enjoyable but safe New Year's Eve. Well, we are approaching week 18 of the NFL season, which is the final week in the NFL season. Here now, before I get into the week 18 matchups in the NFL, I want to talk about the Giants. Now, the Giants played their final home game this past Sunday against the Colts. Now, I came to this game thinking that they're gonna lose to the Colts and not win any of the home games. Boy, was I wrong. This team played very good against the Colts on Sunday. They played good on quarterback, offense, and defense. They ended up winning the game. My question is, where is this performance all season long? Why now they play well? So the Giants were able to get the first win at home. Unfortunately, with this win, it's gonna decrease their chances of finishing number one for the number one overall draft pick in this year's draft. And so all you Giant fans, I'm not happy right now because from what I'm hearing, a lot of Giant fans wanted to see the Giants just tank for the rest of the season and get the number one draft pick, so draft another quarterback. Let me tell you something about that. Just because you draft a quarterback doesn't mean it's going to solve all your problems. This Giants team has multiple problems, not just at the quarterback position. They have problems with their offensive line, defensive line, and coaching. So just because you draft a quarterback doesn't mean it's going to solve all your problems. Now, the Giants this weekend finish the season in Philadelphia against the Eagles. Now, the Giants may have a shot of winning on Sunday, only because the Eagles may not be playing their regulars because they basically locked up of Clemson their playoff spot, and they lock up the NFC East division title, and they have no shot of getting the number one seed overall in the NFC because that's going to go to either the Lions or the Vikings. So the Giants may have a slight chance of getting a win on Sunday only because the Eagles may not be playing their regulars, especially Saquon Barkley. So we'll see what happens. As far as the off-season goes, it's going to be a very interesting off-season whether John Mara is going to keep Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll. Personally, I think they should keep Joe Schoen because it's not all his fault. I mean, he came into his organization as the GM into a mess created by Dave Gettleman. So I don't think it's all his fault. As far as the head coach goes, I think Brian Daboll's got to go. He's been the head coach for 3 seasons right now. I understand it's the player's response to play, but it also falls on the head coach. So to me, I would get rid of Brian Daboll and start shopping around for a new head coach. That's what I would do. But we'll see what happens in the offseason. It should be very interesting offseason for the Giants. Can't believe that this is the final weekend of the NFL regular season. I remember when I first started back in beginning of September, but here we are going into week 18, the final weekend of the season. So let's talk about that. All right, here are the week 18 matchups in the NFL. Saturday, we have 2 games. Both games will be on ESPN. First game is the Browns at the Ravens at the 4:30 game. And the second game is Bengals at the Steelers at the 8 p.m. game. Both games will be on ESPN. Sunday, we have the Giants at the Eagles, which I just spoke about. Saints at the Buccaneers. Panthers at the Falcons. Commanders at the Cowboys. Bears at the Packers. Jaguars at the Colts. Bills at the Patriots. Texans at the Titans. Chiefs at the Bears. Dolphins at the Jets. 49ers at the Cardinals. Seahawks at the Rams. Chargers at the Raiders. And Sunday Night Football, you're going to have Falcons versus Lions. That's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to watching that game because that's going to determine who gets the number 1 seed in the NFC and get a first round bye. So I'm looking forward to that game. Before in this video, I want to talk about the Jets. Now, the Jets were in the Bills. Now, I didn't expect the Jets to come into the Buffalo and beat the Bills. Because quite frankly, the Bills played well at home. What I didn't expect is how lopsided this game turned out to be. Now, the first half, I didn't see all the game, but what I did see is the first half, it was fairly even. Both teams were not playing well. And something must have happened during the second half of that game because the Bills just took over that game in the second half, offensively and defensively. The Bills end up blowing out the Jets 40-0. Now, I don't expect the Jets to beat the Bills, but to me, the Jets didn't show up to that game at all. They showed no effort into the game. They're not competitive at all. This shows you this football fan has problems. And Rodgers did not have a good game at all. He threw a few interceptions, so he didn't have a good game. So, like I said, I came into this game knowing the Jets were going to probably lose the game because the game was in Buffalo. But I expected a more competitive game between these two teams. Considering that they played each other earlier in the season at MetLife Stadium, and it was more, and the score was much closer. So it was a disappointing game. I expected more of a competitive game by these two teams, but this is the Jets. This is what they are. Every year, it's always something with the Jets. Same thing with the Jets during the offseason. There's questions. Who's going to be the head coach? Who's going to be the new GM? And will Aaron Rodgers come back as quarterback for the Jets? That's three questions during the offseason for the Jets. So it should be an interesting offseason for the Jets. This weekend, they're home against Miami. Now, the Jets should beat Miami because I don't think Tua is going to be in the lineup for Sunday's game as quarterback. So the Jets should be able to beat Miami Dolphins because, quite frankly, the Dolphins are not that great of a team. So the Jets should beat Miami, but who knows? With this team, anything is possible. So that's my thoughts on Week 18 of the NFL season. Like I said, I can't believe that's come to an end. It blew by so fast. I'm looking forward to the NFL playoffs. Should be very exciting during the playoffs. It's kind of hard for me to decide who's going to be a Super Bowl because there's quite a few different teams that are playing well right now. You have the Chiefs, you have the Baltimore Ravens, you have the Lions, you have the Vikings, and the Eagles. So it's gonna be interesting who goes all the way to the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, football playoffs are totally different from the NFL regular season, because once the playoffs start, it's a whole different season. So it's gonna be very interesting. NFL playoffs coming up. I'm looking forward to following it, and that's about it. I just want to wish you all again a happy New Year. Hope you have a happy and healthy New Year. Hope you have a very good year coming up. I'm looking forward to having a good 2025. I'm positive. I think things will be good for me. So that's about it. Hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Day. Stay safe.